Hey everybody, I just made a new PC, check it out. And don't be fooled by the high-tech Lazy Susan. This is actually quite a high-tech video. So first off, before we start, I'd like to thank my good friend Dean for providing all the information that went into building this PC. And I did have a monitor and stuff, but you know, they're on the side. So I'm just going to be talking about all the stuff I put in the PC and how well it runs basically. Maybe you're considering buying a new PC and you want to know what's out there and you know what you can do with it. So moving on, check out this beautiful case. It's a micro ATX case. It cost me around I don't even know what it cost me, but who cares? Look at it, it's gorgeous and so small, so tiny. I love it. I mean, like, I've always wanted to build a small PC, and there you have it. It's pretty cramped inside, but man, it is looking good. So moving on, I got myself a GeForce GTX 970. I got this Gainward graphic card. I was like, damn, this is cheap. And check out how ugly the graphic card is. I mean, look at that. Looks like a car radiator. What? What were they thinking? But I mean, the cool thing is that you can take out the fans, clean them, and just put them back in. It's pretty cool. But it's okay. The GPU, the chipset, you know, it's good. It's from NVIDIA, so I don't care about the rest. And this was the cheapest 970 I could find, basically. And other than that, since this is a closed case, you know, I thought I don't really care about the looks of the graphics card, to be honest. It's cool. If it runs cool, it's good enough, right? Good for gaming. So, main part of the deal, I got the X99m because I needed a micro ATX board to fit in a micro ATX case, right? So, sadly, in Malaysia, it's really hard to find these bloody motherboards like micro ATX that are actually X99. X99 is a new type of chipset, you know, that goes on motherboards, and it's all powerful and stuff. It's good. And yeah, they take DDR4, and they're much faster. They got much more PCI lanes, which means if you have more graphic cards on your system, it'll be more powerful, stuff like that. So this is the chipset. This is an i7. It's basically not the highest end ones, because usually they're the most expensive ones. Like, they cost double for like just a bit more power. But this one has 6 cores, and there's 6 virtual cores, so it's like hyper threading, but I don't know how that works. Basically, it's got 12 cores when you need it. All right, let's just put it that way. But 12 cores is really good in like day-to-day use. I mean, like, I love that. And right here we have the RAM, the Vengeance LPX quad channel, 16 gigabytes of RAM. Wow. I mean, I've only had dual channel before. I never had quad channel, and believe you me, man, this performs quite nicely. And back to the motherboard, there's a few things I missed about the motherboard, which was, why did I get this motherboard, and why you should get a micro ATX as well. One is that if you get a full motherboard, you're never gonna put like, what, 4 graphic cards on there. I mean, if you're from the US and you think you're gonna get a full motherboard, but if you're just, you know, building a computer thinking, you know, just gonna buy 1 graphic card, get a micro ATX. You know, it's just like the full power of any other motherboard, but with just fewer PCI Express slots. So this one has 2. So you can actually put 2 graphic cards if you really want to. But the cool thing about this is that it has a killer LAN, basically 1 killer LAN and 1 Intel LAN. So it's got 2 LAN ports, one for gaming and one for your internet, whatnot. So if you have a, you know, if you ever need 2, it's good, it's there. And it's got a really good audio decoder. It's got like some HD audio thing. Well, I've tried it. I really can't tell the difference, because I don't know, maybe I don't have a good audio setup or something, but they say it's good. Gonna take their word for it. And the motherboard has all the options. You know, it's got M2 SATA ports. It's got so many, you know, the high-speed SATA ports as well if you want to put SSDs and RAID them and whatnot. So it's all good. So here is the fan for the CPU. One thing I didn't notice when I bought the CPU is that it doesn't come with a heatsink. So I had to go and buy one. So I just bought the cheapest one because I'm not going to overclock this, you know, much. Anyway, so I bought this. It's quite inexpensive, you know, and just sat right on top. It's good enough. Oh, and an SSD. I mean, you cannot build a computer these days without an SSD. I mean, the moment you try it, it's just a different world, you know. It's your applications run faster. Your boot time is like super fast. I mean, if you want to see a difference in your computer, you gotta get an SSD. Everything's just much faster. It's just beautiful. So I got a 250 gig SSD, and right here, any build that you do, you're gonna need a box of Tim Tams. I mean, these are just amazing. When you're having fun, you gotta have Tim Tams. I don't know, like where you're from, get Tim Tams while you're building your computer. It's just awesome. So here's a time lapse. Enjoy. That's all, folks. So if you'd like to see what the graphic card can do, click on this box right here and come back next time.